Hey. Welcome to a brand new edition of the Rundown with Ramon. My name is Ramon Ray, your host. Glad you're here today. Today's a brand new day. It so happens to be after the U.S. elections, and Donald J. Trump, if you didn't know it already, is the President of the United States of America. And that's that. Half the country doesn't like that. Half the country does. What to do, but there's one thing that I know. I'm still going to make an impact, make a difference in the world, and continue to build my business, continue to love other people, continue to invest in myself, continue to build generational wealth and more. So welcome to a brand new edition of the Rundown with Ramon. Welcome to a brand new edition of the Rundown with Ramon. My name is Ramon Ray, your host. If you didn't know that already, publisher of zoneofgenius.com, a serial entrepreneur who started 5 companies, sold 3 companies, authored 5 books, and I'm glad you're here today on a brand new edition, brand spanking new out of the oven edition of the Rundown with Ramon. I hope you are blessed and fantastically well. And those of you who follow my IG, Instagram stories, or Facebook stories, or other places I produce media, I say one thing and one thing alone: no matter how the day is for you as you're watching a brand new episode of the Rundown with Ramon, make it a great day. You can determine to make an impact in this world for somebody else. So welcome aboard, and I'm glad you're here. We got a brand new episode for you today. Let's get with it. Let's unpack what's going on in today's version, a brand new day of the Rundown with Ramon. One, every company needs to put on a show like Apple. I'm encouraging everybody to be a showman or a show lady. Y'all know what I mean. And we're going to dive into that in a bit. Number 2, Seth Godin gives us some advice, a next frontier for spam and scams. He admonishes us to be careful how Allison Mones went from burnout to building a 6-figure business in 6 months. The power of connecting with an old colleague or boss, advises the Wall Street Journal. And Dave Ramsey's team, Ramsey Solutions, says 15 passive income ideas to build wealth. Would you be willing to pay? What would you be willing to pay to look better on Zoom or other virtual or online video conferencing applications? And Starbucks is making a move to turn itself around. Of course, it's this giant billion-dollar company. We think it's making tons of money. It is, but for its investors, it needs to do better. And one of them is buying 200,000 Sharpies. What could that mean? We're going to touch on self-care. We're always going to get into this and keep touching on this. And Guy Raz, I mentioned it before, but this was so good. There's marathoners versus sprinters. Again, I'm glad you're here today. Thank you for that thumbs up. Thanks for that like. Let's get with it. Let's start again. As you may tell, today I'm remote. I'm in the beautiful JW Marriott Hotel here in Miami somewhere, near Miami. But that's that. So let's get with it. Rundown with Ramon, and let's begin right now. Ding, 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 ding. Every company should put on a show like Apple. What does this mean that every company should put on a show like Apple? Now, Apple is this big trillion-dollar valuation, I believe, company. And maybe you're thinking, Ramon, Steve Jobs is uniquely Steve Jobs, and that's him. Excuse me, not Steve Jobs. He's no longer there, but you get my point. He's the one who birthed that showmanship. It doesn't mean you have to do it just like that. But just as I'm doing this show, Rundown with Ramon, with the nice effect, ding, 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 and things like that, the challenge to all of us is to put on a show as appropriate in our marketing. I'm trying to market this water bottle. I can say, hi, my name is Fred from Water Bottle Company X. We sell water bottles that are great for your health. Or maybe I can put on a show with it. I'm not going to do it now. Water and my computer don't go hand in hand. But what can you do to add more pizzazz? What can you do to add more sizzle? What can you do to add more effect? What can you do to add more wow factor to what you're selling, what you're marketing, what you're delivering to your customers? Remember, people, your customers are human. They're human. They are human. And as humans, God has made us to want to have interaction, to want us to have a bit of entertainment, to want it to bring a smile on our face. All that's wrapped up, and we can call it to be said. Humans were meant to be emotional. We are emotional beings. So my message to you today, my admonition to you today is, in your marketing, in your sales, as you're launching your product, your services, as you're doing something, as you're walking about, how can you be a showman? Now, to be clear, that doesn't mean you have to be over the top and crazy or a little foolish. Doesn't mean that. Deborah Williams is here. Glad you're here, Deborah, on the Rundown with Ramon. Wherever time, whenever you're watching this, morning, noon, or night, we're glad you're here, Deborah. Thanks for being a consistent show-up person. This doesn't mean you have to go all crazy and wild and, gymnastics. It could be, but at the very least, do you have that inside you, that thought inside you that you're going to be a showman or you're going to build a great experience? We're going to talk about that later on in the show. How Starbucks is going back, buying 200,000 marquees or Sharpies rather for their customers to write the name on the cups of coffee that we buy to add the human element, to add the human connection to people, because this is how we are. So I encourage you, no matter what you're doing, Deborah, no matter what you're doing, whoever you may be, whether you're a small business, mid-sized business, larger business, you can do a little something more to be the showman in your marketplace. My name is Ramon. If you just joined, this is the Rundown with Ramon. Get to know me better, by the way, at RamonRay.com. Get to know me better and check us out at zoneofgenius.com. Let's move forward. Ding, 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 ding. Seth Godin says, be aware of scams coming out in the market. Seth Godin says, be aware of scams. Scams have been around since the dawn of mankind. I guess the biggest scam, oldest scam in the world was Cain and Abel. Well, that was a murder, but you get my point. Jacob and Esau. Scams have been all the time. But here's what Seth Godin says, and I want us all to take note of this. He says, please be on the lookout for spam that includes your name, address, phone number, and other personal details. All that's easily available online, by the way. Phone calls that are from human-sounding bots that pretend to be from friends or trusted brands. Job offers, video mashups that include AI-generated people that seem to be made just for you. Security alerts that are actually precisely the opposite. You get in a panic and think, ooh, be alerted, there's something security happening, excuse me. But no, it's not. It's just an alert to get you to click and hack your computer. It's a false flag. Links that sure look trustworthy, but go somewhere you don't expect. It makes me sad that people with skills spend their time building even more ornate scams. It also bums me out that the emails from this blog often end up in the spam folder, but spam somehow manages to make it to my inbox. P.S. Well, that P.S. wasn't relevant for you all today. But my point is, Seth Godin admonishes us, and I'm admonishing you all as well. Be careful of spams, especially in this age of AI-generated voices, AI-generated information, AI-generated video, AI-generated all kind of things, and your information is readily available all over the place. Be careful of spams that are scams that suck you in. Don't just click, oh, they have my middle name. Oh, they have my mother's maiden name. Oh, they have my address. It must be legit. No, it could not be legit. It could be there to hack you and slack you and pack you. That was a rhyme. And get you to click and take all your money. Again, everybody, if you just joined, welcome to the Rundown with Ramon experience. Well, all we do is one thing alone, give you the top things you need to know to live your best life or start or grow your business. Again, welcome to the Rundown with Ramon. Ding, 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 ding. Leaving burnout and building a business. How Alison Moniz went from burnout to building a six-figure business in 6 months. There's an exclusive interview on Brains Magazine. I thought to bring this out. I was looking at the interview, didn't get so far into her tips and all that, just kind of was a profile of her. But I wanted to encourage us. There are seasons of times when absolutely for sure, mountain of inspiration is here. Glad you're here today. There are seasons of times when we're burnout, when we have an overly amount of work than normal. When we have an overly amount of things to do than normal, that is the case, and that happens at times. That is a season. But I'm encouraging you, if you're going on, nonstop, and you're always excited, you're always agitated, you're always anxious, you're always feeling burned out, that's no good. My encouragement to you today, build a thriving business, build generational wealth. As my coach Lamar Tyler says, build dynastic wealth. Yes, yes, yes. But build the systems, build the processes, build the teams that you don't have to be constantly on the burnout, because that's not the way to live. Kimberly Wyckoff, glad you're here today. Yes, I work very, very hard. Yes, I fly around the world. Yes, I have a family. Now, they're both of my children are adults and married and out of my home. So a little different if I had two small kids. I have a wife, 30 years of marriage, beautiful woman. My encouragement to you today is don't live life burned out all the time. If you just joined, my name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon, and I'm so glad you're here today. Moving forward, ding, 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 ding. Connect with an old boss or colleague. Recommends Wall Street Journal. I love this input and advice that I saw here. A quick guide to rekindling a business relationship gone dormant and why it's important to do it. Listen, relationships are everything. Whether you had a company you worked for or it's a person that you cross paths with, connecting with people on a regular basis is important. Now, let's be clear. This is not altruism. This is not, oh, just because I want to save the world. You want to talk to Kimberly. You want to talk to Mountain of Inspiration. You want to talk to Deborah. You want to talk to somebody because you want something from them. Let's just call a spade a spade. Yes, sometimes it could be you're following up with a young boy at church, young girl at your community center. There's nothing in it for you except the feeling good of it, but you just want to make their life better. But oftentimes as grown folk, we want something. We want that contract. We want a sale. We want a job. We want to just get insight and information. That's okay. But the importance is don't forsake to keep in touch with people. That former boss, check in and see what they're up to, how they're doing. Maybe they have a job for you. Check in with that old colleague who you all used to work together in cubicle 49 on floor 10, and they're gone and you're gone. Check in and see how they're doing. Maybe there's something that they have for you, but not just what do they have for you. What can you also do for them? How can you add value to their life as well? Mountain of Inspiration says, yes, staying in touch is super, super important. Absolutely, it is. What can you do to add mutual admiration to that, to add mutual impact to that relationship where it's not just one way, it's actually going two ways? So don't be afraid to stay in touch and connect with people to let them know how you're doing, let them know what you're up to. This is the way to build sustainable relationships that go far in the world and that mutually help both people. By the way, my name is Ramon Ray. This is The Rundown with Ramon. All right, we're back, continuing on with the insights. All we ask is for about 20 minutes, 30 minutes of your time to get the top things you need to know to live your best life or start or grow your business. Let's get with it. Ding, 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 ding. Dave Ramsey's team, Ramsey Solutions, passive income ideas to build wealth. We all want to grow our businesses. We all want to generate more money, whether it's to buy a bicycle for our kid, to take an extended vacation, go on a cruise, buy a house, give money to other people, to get out of debt. So what are some passive income ideas that we can do? And passive income means you have your regular job, that you go to a job, or your regular business, but there's other things that maybe you can do that generate some easier income to increase your wealth, help you retire early, get out of debt. Some ways to build passive income. One is buying real estate. You have to have money for that, but you put the down payment, you get the mortgage, you buy a building or two or three or whatever it may be, and see how you can outsource much of the maintenance and upkeep of that. And maybe you rent that out over years. It appreciates, and then you get rent from that. Or you have an Airbnb. Renting out your house is one way, maybe a room of your home, renting it out. Store people's stuff for a fee. You had a big garage that has all the space you need. Store people's stuff. Rent out useful items. Rent out your vehicles. You can use a service like Turo to do that. Start a blog or YouTube channel. Those are hard to make a lot of money on, but it can. Write an ebook or digital guide and sell it. Create an online course. Ramsey Solutions says sell stock photos, design custom products, use affiliate marketing. Advertise on your car, invest in low turnover funds, invest in real estate, investment trusts, or take advantage of high yield savings accounts. These are just a few ways that maybe you can do it. If you're looking for that extra income, that passive income, there's things you can do to build more income in your world and leverage that money to other things that you want to do with it. And you may not need to do it all the time, but real estate is something that can go on forever and ever, ever once you set it up properly. This is The Rundown with Ramon. Ding, 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 ding. Would you pay to look good on Zoom? I think it was Wall Street Journal had an article that came out talking about people are paying some good money to look better on video conferences. I'm curious about you. You're hearing the sound of my voice. Put this in the comments, put this in the chats, DM me and let me know. Would you pay money to look better in Zoom? Some people are taking this to the next level. They're doing Botox, they're doing surgery. You got people wearing putting the makeup on, all those kind of things. Would you buy new technology? Being on video, listen, I'm here today. I'm in a remote area. I'm not in my normal home office, okay? I took some time to make sure the lighting was okay. I got a big window over here. I got lighting all around me. I moved the lamp that was from behind my back here. I moved it over here so my face could be more lit. So it's important to look good in your own line, but I don't know if I'd pay buco money to just up level my face if I was online a lot to do it. I'm sure many anchors and others get facelift and plastic surgery, I guess. It's not quite for me, but my question is it for you? And don't say, no, Ramon, I wouldn't do that. Think about it. Would you pay a little money to look a little better here and there? Would you pay a little money to have some technology that maybe had a filter over your face? Clearly, it's being used. Zoom has filters. IG has filters. All the things have filters that you can even put in your face to make it look more polished, more smooth. I don't know. That's a thing. But my question today is, I guess, to report to you that there's some people paying some good money to look better on video calls. Hey, listen, how you show up online does matter. How you show up online absolutely does matter. The question is, how much would you pay and is it worth it for what you do? Depends on who you are and what you do, I guess. But for me, I'm looking at y'all. I'm kind of liking how I'm looking. I'm looking good enough for y'all. If not, by the way, please let me know. Or if you think, hey, Ramon, you look pretty good for the Rundown with Ramon. I'd love to know what you think. But I do know there's a number of people that are like, oh, I don't like how I look on video calls and etc. And they're spending some money to make their appearance change, either using technology, using medical, using something else, putting a flower, a lamp, a tree shrub somewhere. So I guess there is a thing for that. Once again, this is the Rundown with Ramon. Ding, 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 ding. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Starbucks gets more human. I liked this input. Kimberly has her vote out saying I'm looking great. Thank you, Kimberly, for that vote of confidence. I think I'll hold on the Botox needle in for now. Listen, Starbucks is getting 200,000 markers and other things to try to turn around their ship. When you go to Starbucks, they ask your name. It's a small thing they're testing. But I kind of like seeing not just my name on the receipt printed on there. That was good. Alexandria Nicole's in the house. What's going on? But I kind of like the aspect of seeing a human write my name. It just felt good on the cup. You see your name as you walk away. I don't know, but I thought it was a good thing. And I kind of liked it. It felt good to see that, hey, somebody knows my name. Saying your name's often important. I learned that from Glenn Lundy. He would say the name of people. I'm doing that now as I shout out people. Kimberly's here, Alexandria's here, and others are here. Names are so important. When you remember somebody's name, it's so important. Makes them feel good, makes them feel wanted, makes them feel connected. And so Starbucks can build an experience from a 50-cent marker and put on a cup. Can you do better at building an experience and making people feel good, making them feel seen, making them feel known, making them feel valued? What can you do more in your world? Well, again, welcome to the Rundown with Ramon. That's exactly right, Kimberly. Sometimes they put a heart in the cup and it feels good, a heart, a smiley face. I love that. Maybe I'm a sucker for small deeds like that, but it makes me feel good. It makes me feel good. They add a little art, a little flair to it. That's exactly right. Listen, everybody, I hope I can make you feel good. I'm not going to put a marker on my camera lens, but I can sure acknowledge you, let you know that you matter, let you know that you care, and say I'm grateful that you're watching the Rundown with Ramon, that you're engaging with the Rundown with Ramon. If you're watching this somewhere, by the way, take a screenshot, take a selfie, take a picture, say, hey, there's the Rundown with Ramon, and let me know you're watching it. DM me, tag me, put it on your story, put it on your social, and let me know how it's making an impact in your world or in your life. Moving forward here, ding, 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 ding. Listen. If you're enjoying this content, enjoying this information, I encourage you to check us out on zoneofgenius.com. And before we close up here, prioritize your self-care habits. Prioritize self-care. It's okay to be good, selfish. It's okay. Your self-care is most important. That's my encouragement for you today. Number two, Guy Raz talks about two types of entrepreneurs. Those entrepreneurs that are marathoners and in it for the distance, in it for the long haul, in it to keep going over and over and over again as we approach episode 162 or something, almost at episode of 200. Go for the long haul, be a marathoner. And second of all, there's the sprinters that want to do rush. That's the way to do it. Victor, I see your message, but that's not the way to hit me up and approach me. It's all caps. I see what you're doing. Thank you, Victor. Appreciate that. But you got to hit me softer. That's just a lesson learned. I won't put your message up here, but you got to hit me softer and different, bro. But I see it. It's all caps. It's kind of like, screaming at me. And that doesn't hit me right. There's a system and a process via Upwork, as I know you know. So we got to dial that back a little bit. I appreciate you, though. Alexandria, I love what you said. I just taught a lesson on the importance of personalized follow-up to improve our customer experiences with our clients. So good and so important. And you may not be able to personalize and follow up on everything. May not be able to, but you follow up what you can. You take the time as you can to do it because people like to be seen. Everybody, this is The Rundown with Ramon, and I hope you've enjoyed this. And I encourage you to own what you don't have anybody to talk to. Talk to a psychologist, talk to a therapist, talk to a friend, a pastor, talk to somebody who can help you be clear on your life goals. Ask yourself, do you even want to be in business? Do you even want to be in business? Ask yourself, as I say in every show, are you hungry enough to get to where you need to be in life? Are you hungry enough? What is your pricing like? Is it premium or is it cheap? If it's the cheapest pricing around, you may not be making the profit you need. You may need to go premium. What's your mindset like? Mindset is everything. Mindset is a game changer. You could choose to have a good mindset or not a good mindset. Check out a reel I did yesterday about mindset. And lastly, what do you do best? What do you do best, better than anybody else that can make a difference in this world? That can make a difference in this world. That's the name of the game. My name is Ramon Ray. This is The Rundown with Ramon, and I'm so glad you're here today. All right, that's a wrap. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you next time on the next Rundown with Ramon. Be blessed and let somebody know that they matter because you matter, so you should spread that to somebody else. Take care.